Hello lovely family, welcome back to another video. Today we are making puff puff, authentic Ghanaian puff puff or Bofrot. So if you want to start your own Bofrot or puff puff business, this video is for you. Try and watch this video from the beginning to the end to know all that you need to know when starting a puff puff or Bofrot business. So you begin by grating your nutmeg into your mixing pan. Then you go ahead to add in your baking powder, your salt, your yeast, and then finally your sugar. So basically these are the dry ingredients we'll be using in making a puff puff or Bofrot. So we just added in our sugar. Then you go ahead to add in the water. So after adding the water to it, you go ahead to mix everything together. Then you taste if the salt and then the sugar is perfect. So after checking both the salt and the sugar, you then go ahead to add in the flour. So this is the container we use to measure our flour. Yeah, so when you add all the flour together, you begin mixing everything. So this is where the work begin. In mixing it needs a lot of energy. I just remembered when I was still staying with my parents, I was the one doing this every evening. Charlie, after mixing everything together, I realized I've done a lot of exercise. Yes, because mixing this is an exercise on its own because of the quantity. So after you mix it, you realize, Charlie, my year exercise. So when we mix everything together with this, the water is too small. Okay, so if everything mixes, we will continue to add water. So with the water, you have to add the water at once. If you add the water at once and you don't have extra flour, your puff puff will be so watery. If it becomes watery too, when you fry it, you realize the puff puff, there will be a lot of balloon in the puff puff. Okay, after you fry it and you open it, there wouldn't be any puff puff inside. The inside will be totally empty. So this is it. It is hard now, so we have to add in a little water. So with the water, as I said, you have to be monitoring the water. So we add in water to it and then we continue mixing it. As I told you, the mixing, it needs a lot of energy. Yes, because of the amount. But if you want to start your own business, you have to start it in small quantity first. Okay, yes, then after the business is growing, then you increase it little by little. So if you are new here, I am Rosie. Please subscribe to this channel and be part of this beautiful family. Let's build this empire together. Be part of Rosie Empire, okay? Thank you for subscribing. So with the mixing, you have to mix and make sure the dough has no lump, okay? Just like this one. We are almost done with the mixing of our dough, okay, or the puff puff. So the returning subscribers, so I haven't forgotten you guys, okay? I appreciate everything a lot. Thank you. May the Almighty God richly bless you. So we cover it and then we cover it with a cloth as well because of the weather. Okay, it's rain, so if the weather is very cold, it delays the rising. So you have to add in, like you have to add a cloth to it to generate heat so that it can rise as to your perfection. Okay, so this is our puff puff the next morning. We usually mix it overnight because of the quantity, so we mix it overnight. Okay, so it's now time for us to fry it. So in frying it, as you always see people doing it, you scoop some of the dough into your hand, then you throw and catch as I was doing earlier, and then you put it in your oil. So in your oil, you have to make your oil hot. The oil shouldn't be extremely hot, neither should it be very cold. If it is cold and you put the dough inside, you realize the dough will get a lot of oil. Okay, ebe papai. Yeah, so you have to make sure the oil is a little bit hot, and if you see it is too hot, you fry the dough and you realize there is still a dough of the puff puff inside. Emuno embing, okay. So you have to make sure the oil is not that hot, neither is it that cold, and you always have to fry it on a medium heat, okay, so that everything fries perfectly well. So this is our first batch of the puff puff. It is almost ready. We have people who also come and take some and then go and sell, okay. So we fry it about 6 to 7 rounds, yes, because you have people who take some to sell. So this is it. Please don't forget to like, leave a comment, and then subscribe to this channel, and also share the video as well. So we repeat the same step over and over again till our dough finally gets finished. As I said, this is a very profitable business because mom has been doing this business for over 20 years now. So I know what I'm talking about. It is very, very, very profitable. We continue with the frying. So when you are frying, you have to make sure your pan that you are using to fry is very, very, very full, okay. So if it doesn't get full, you realize the puff puff, it can't turn by itself. Half of the puff puff will be well fried and the half will be white, okay. So if the pan is super full, turning the puff puff in the oil becomes very, very easy, just as mom is doing right now. Yes, so we are finally done with our puff puff. As I said earlier, we have people who take some to go and sell. So this is some of them. Please don't forget to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See ya.